Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to Deus Vault. Um, so today we do have all the members. Just one of them is getting some breakfast at the second, but we'll introduce the other two while we are waiting. So going down the list, we have Bailey as Oldham.
Hello.
We have Milkshake as Abraham.
Heyo.
And we have Dylan as Zoys.
Wow.
So last episode, we'll go over the description. Started off as kind of a relaxing beach episode. And we had kind of the party resting up, working on Oberon's weapon, doing some research into topics. Can't remember what you were doing, Abraham. But you were doing something.
Yes. Yes, I was. I can't even remember what I was doing now.
I am here.
Ah, perfect. We are live.
What's that?
We are live.
Oh, hello.
As you can tell, he's in the best state of things.
My existence is pain.
Awesome. I think you're
roleplay.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
the party then travelled north to the port town on the tropical islands, taking a chartered ship, which was discounted due to their assistance on the island. The ship got them to the area of, the country of Ennis, a kind of orc country where they landed kind of on the southern coast underneath the capital of said country, which was Enma? Where's my notes for that? I believe it was Enma. I could be wrong. I cannot find where I wrote it down, so that's just annoying. Anyway, never the matter. They decided to go to this town while Zoid obviously had some grievances due to a issue he's had previously with orcs. They decided it was worth that they probably should give this town a visit. Finding this town, they found a kind of chaotic city, seemingly functioning all in one thing, but the market stalls were jammed to the seats through the streets. You found that multiple houses have been basically converted into shop fronts. It was lively, it was loud, and I imagine it really stinks quite a bit in the city. One thing that's quite openly traded in this city is slaves, and they are found quite between. It's not a common sight to see them injured. It doesn't seem like there's much punishment, and there's not much discontentment in the city. While it is chaotic, you don't find a lot of people arguing guards or whatever. At most, you'd see people haggling over prices, and that might get loud enough to draw a guard's attention. But most times, the guard will just give a slap on the wrist, and that's about it. While wandering around in search of a healer, they found a healer that gave him a note, surreptitiously pointing them towards a location. And while having some time to spare, they investigated a shop called The Last Gasp. A shop that seemingly sold a lot of flasks, and the lady standing behind the till seemingly having a mask behind her mounted to the wall. When inquiring what this shop sells, the party discovered that the owner sold the last words of the individuals, and whenever you open a flask, you would hear the person's last words.
I forgot about this.
The Oberon did notice while they were standing in the shop a flask marked with the last name of Zoids, Brittleback, and decided to purchase one of these flasks. It decided to purchase this flask discreetly, and it was opened out in the alleyway just to see what it was, seemingly containing words from Joyce's mother. Yeah, I won't go into much more detail than that. After said fact, Abraham deciding to say punish the individual did banish the shop owner, leaving her stranded in another dimension for 1 minute. And as the party managed to sneak away, because obviously there was kind of chaos in the scenario.
Yeah.
They then went over to the place marked on their piece of notepaper. A place, when they got there, called the Flesh Market. Seemingly a place to buy organs or other pieces of things, and they were offered to purchase a heart for Abraham in a way to rectify Abraham's heart issues. They also offered a pair of wings from a source, but that was less of a serious one. I believe this is where we stand off, starting off back in this shop. I believe it was debates going on.
Yes.
I will leave the rest to you.
Abraham would like to do an insight check to see if I would actually survive and still be me if I did this.
Insight.
Mm.
So, what? A good question. What are you trying to ascertain? Are you trying to check out the shop owner? Are you trying to check out the organs?
The shop owner first.
Okay, give me an insight check on the shop owner. It doesn't, not necessarily give me the information. Just give me an insight on just what the shop owner is. Kind of
a natural 20 plus 7.
Okay.
Jesus.
I suppose I probably should roll for shop owner. Let's see what happens. Can't imagine it's going to be any better, but worth checking. You suspect there's part of this where, while the shop owner seems a lot more confident on the surface, on the inside you think there's malicious intent is wrong to say, but more there's an intent here on potential extra gains for him.
Okay. I'll just turn to Auburn on the group and say, yeah, I think this is a no for me. Unless as always you Auburn would like some wings.
No.
No.
Yeah, then I think we should get away. I think I might lose a kidney or two in this operation.
Probably.
Oh well, it's a shame. I mean, as I said, we have a wild selection.
Ah, maybe in the future if you can find a nice dragon heart.
But see if we can find you if we do get one.
Thank you very much.
I think you do notice, while obviously you hadn't been milking him, I think you noticed the Goliath who was chained. They would give a little sigh of relief.
Oh. Yes, and yeah, I think that's it for Abraham at this second.
Perfect. Okay, you guys gonna leave the said room?
Yes.
All right. As you leave, you go back into this kind of dark alleyway. The imagine the guy outside is gonna gives you a little nod. Will you not be partaking of our merchandise?
I just give him a disgusted look.
I can appreciate that. It's a dirty market.
Hmm.
Some of our organs aren't fresh. We apologize for this. So, you guys are kind of back into the streets of. I'm gonna go for Enma. I generally can't remember the name of the city, and whatever. Is there anywhere in particular you're heading?
Ooh, well, we need to be careful now because I may have caused some issues. But, um, but if possible, I would like to have a look for some books.
All right. So, if you do ask around, I imagine a lot of this is kind of word of mouth where stuff is in this kind of city. And it's not so you have to do any particular questions. If you ask around, you will be pointed towards a kind of ancient library that is to the kind of western half of the city. It is said that that's kind of like, while most of the city there is things that are kind of like the ancient, like one of the older buildings in the city, and just contains a lot of books into kind of all random varieties. Like you see them, one person probably say, "Oh, I bought a nice lovely cookbook from there the other day, discussing the tanning and jerky trade."
Oh,
it's got everything.
Abraham actually gets slightly hungry thinking about jerky because he's never had it before.
That's what you had. You had another cookbook. You had a cookbook for the Goliath's army rations.
Yes.
I knew there was something. So, anything else anyone's doing? Are you guys all wandering in that direction, or is there any other plans?
No, I'll just go with Abraham.
One thing I will do is I'll go up to Oberon and say, this chainmail here, would you want to put it in the bag of holding to sell in the future? Right, old chainmail.
Yeah, we can do.
It is slightly melted though, just a heads up.
Was it just regular chainmail?
Yeah.
Sure.
Perfect. You guys start heading towards the library. As you guys are going, you start kind of trudging along, getting through the streets. One thing you do notice is you think you're getting closer to the Colosseum area. You think that the library is quite close-ish, and the variety of what people look like around this area start to change. You start to notice a bit more armor stands. You start to notice more weapon merchants. You notice there are, you think, gladiators just kind of walking around the street wearing their armor/weapons. And I'd say Abraham spots it first. You, just high perception, high perception, just kind of passive. It kind of just it clocks out the corner of your eye. You notice another. You see an elf that looks quite similar to Oberon.
Oh no.
Abraham would immediately stop in his tracks.
What I will say is, looking at said elf, you think, looking at them, they look. I say, regal is not the right phrase. Trained. They look like they're holding their body, even if they are bound in chains. They have been brought along. But they look guarded. They look like they've been holding weapons for basically all their life. In addition, they are a winter Aladrin, so kind of bluish in hint.
Yeah.
With what you can see, which is kind of obviously kind of in a crowd, you're kind of detaching glances. A tattoo mark in their face that was very fractal looking.
Yeah, I will stop immediately and look to the group and say, Oberon,
That's me.
Well, comment on your people.
Here, not.
I can see one in chains.
I look at my hands.
I kind of,
It's not
I
me.
can't-
Oh
I
god.
kind of, I kind of like gesture in the direction, trying to make it not look too obvious.
Give me a perception check, Oldham. Oh, with advantage.
With advantage. Kerplume. That is a fat 16.
Okay, it's enough. You see the Aladrin, Oberon. Sorry, not Oberon. You're not talking about him. You see the Aladrin that Abraham was talking about, and you recognise the Aladrin Abraham was talking about.
God.
This is one of the two one of the two guards that used to be assigned to your older brother.
That's interesting. And you say it looks like they're a slave.
They look like they're bound in chains at the very least.
Okay.
Potentially a prisoner.
But we do the gladiator pits, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are there people guarding this person?
There is there's two guards, one at the front, one on the back.
Does it look like passerbys are paying any special attention?
No.
Okay.
You will say it doesn't look like there is. Normally, you would imagine there would be resistance to this from this person. They don't seem to be resisting at all. They seem to be walking along with the chains. They are bound, but it's not as though they are putting away or anything.
They're being led somewhere.
Yeah.
Are they being led towards the gladiator pits?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. I mean, you guys would see that there is recognition on my face when I look at this person. I probably wouldn't voice who it is. Because there's a lot going. Just a lot going. Is this person, I think?
Zoe's is just going to ask, like,
Oh, do you want to help them, Mr. Oberon?
Honestly, I don't know. There's part of me that does, but a part of me that does not want to get involved.
Well, that's understandable.
Because this could unravel a whole can of worms that we do not have time to deal with.
classic adventures.
And I mean like a proper derailment, going to a potentially different realm derailment.
Ooh.
Oh,
And we don't want to go there. It sucks.
How bad?
Pretty bad.
on a scale of
Well,
Da-
6 million bad.
oh, okay.
Pretty bad.
That's really bad. In fact,
So bad.
Abraham's like trying to count on his fingers currently, and he only got up to 10.
Zoe's at his fingers.
I don't know why. I just had an image of Zoe's and Abraham's putting their hands together and just like nodding together.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. Yes. So
But I'm also intrigued how this person has ended up in chains. Because they're kind of a badass.
Hell
Maybe, hell yeah. Maybe.
yeah. At the very least, we could communicate with them, right?
Yeah, I think that it might be best for one of you two to try and figure out why they're there. I'm not really sure how my presence would be received.
Would you want us to mention your name?
No. Remember how I literally just finished saying about how I don't know how my presence would be received?
I think we mention your name.
Okay. Okay.
Abraham's just gonna go with the flow. Abraham's
I suppose you can mention that you've met me before. Just don't tell them I'm here.
I could make them disappear and scare everyone again.
I don't think that's the way forward here. We can't just keep going head on into our problems and making them disappear.
Is that not how we deal with problems?
Well, I come back a minute later. So
To
I'd
be
rather we
fair,
didn't.
so far the only problem that we properly ignored was the spiders after they've escaped, and there's been no negatives for us since then.
Looks at Zois.
I wouldn't say we ignored that problem.
We
went and
released them into
cleared-
the world.
yeah, we did, and then we went and cleared that the city,
Hmm.
and we
And
gave
then
them
we-
all the information.
Yep, and then we looked at your skin, which is stitched together.
Quite
Shut
right.
up.
The fact that it was just a simple dispel magic that caused that much fucking havoc. I'm impressed someone hadn't done it before us.
Everyone on this universe has like an IQ of 4.
Because, it's not the highest skill spell, given what we can do now. Like,
To be fair, in the context of D&D, I think it's relatively quite highest level. I think
we've met a lot of spooky people. Someone could have dispelled magic.
I like to imagine they just read the warning.
Just no one ever wondered, what is actually down here?
The curious ones were us, and the stupid
But
ones.
then, we raised a good point with that. There were a bunch of people that had fallen in and died. because
That
they
is
were
true.
just stuck in the hole.
Little Timmy.
How the fuck are people still alive? Anyway, back to the topic at hand.
What's the plans? They are starting to walk away at this stage.
I mean, do one if you want to speak to him and see what's up, or are we just? I don't mind. We can do whatever.
I'm gonna leave it to Abraham because Zois has a crack history of bad shit.
Diplomatically, I am not the guy.
I've just got to say though, what you need to remember is Abraham is not the most charismatic guy, being a very big Goliath. But you are also a goblin.
Maybe do we put Zoys on your shoulders and put a big cloak over you so you're like an 8-foot tall dude?
Do you want me to tell you something? That might be a better option due to the sheer fact of Abraham's face is quite horrific. It scares people.
And Zoys
So he
hates
just
feeling
has-
about a piggyback. That to me sounds like the silence of consent.
What's happening?
You've been contented to something.
How do you feel
So-
about piggyback?
Yes.
We're going to have you sit on top of Abraham.
Yes.
And you can talk to the dude.
Why? Why do I have to be on his back? Sorry, I missed that. I was talking to Faith.
Because you're a little groblin. They don't like groblins here. You don't like them.
Yeah.
We pretend you're not a groblin.
Oh, what are we doing? Like 2 dudes in a trench coat?
Yeah.
Say less. I'm in. I'm gonna clamber up Abraham's leg.
I guess I'd take like my fucking bedroll out. I'd get like the blanket. Wrap it around them. It just looks like.
I'd wager you probably need a second fucking blanket.
Oh,
Just
no, so it's just around him so that you can see the feet poking out.
he's got a very long neck.
He's just a tall dude. It's fine.
Right, okay. Let's
I'm gonna,
what the
So it effectively.
I'm gonna
looks
practice
like
a
one
new
of those,
voice for this.
Like little shoulder clothes. It's just like wrapped around his shoulders and his
Alright.
like, upper chest. It just looks fucking weird.
So do you go up to them looking like that?
Yeah.
I want you to both give me a performance check, and I want
Oh.
that to be fucking averaged out.
Oh God. Okay, that's better than I thought actually.
Ah! I rolled a nat 1.
Oh no. I rolled a 14.
What's it total?
Well, 5 in total.
Okay.
And I got 14.
My average is like 9 then, or 8.
I had a -2 on mine as well.
It is a
Okay.
9.
None.
We go up, and I mean, Albrun, you can definitely tell they. I mean, Abraham can't see really.
And like Ratatouille style, pulling his hair.
I am fully picturing this like that scene in How to Train the Dragon 3, where
Oh
I
my
am Hiccup.
God.
Yeah,
You guys go, yeah.
you got this, guys.
And we're just like, yes, we're doing this.
But you manage to stumble over there. It's not until you fall over. You do get some weird looks from the two guards, or the back guard from the thing. It isn't like pulling weapons towards you, it's just like looking at you, just with a glance. Do you require anything?
Right. I'm gonna put on a beautiful voice first. Oh, my fine sir. I require to investigate your fine specimen right there. And I'm pointing at the one that we're talking to.
You see him look at you.
What, have you never seen a disabled man before? Go away. Be gone with you. And I just walk past him.
Like I like to imagine like he looks at his right wrist, he's got like a sundial on it, and like tries to angle it. It goes on there. A silver to halt this train, and you can have a talk.
A silver.
A silver.
I could do 5 copper at best.
Sure.
Sold. I'm gonna slide in 5 copper.
Imagine
From-
very awkwardly.
Yeah, way up high.
Like a little hand comes out of his shoulder.
He's like gonna reach the fuck up.
The guy just looks at me and I'm just like, I'm very disabled.
Evidently. You hear him shout out something in Orcish to the front of the guards. Does anyone speak Orcish?
I don't think I do.
Is that even a language? I think it's a language, right? Orc.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. Okay. He shouts out something in Orcish. Anyone who doesn't? No. Yeah. He says halt in those who do hear it. The guard stops immediately. You do see the slaves kind of lose their composure because obviously they don't speak it either. So they're just oh.
Walking into each other.
The individual, the elf, kind of flows with it. Like, even though she didn't understand what you're saying from what you can gather, she just seemed to kind of step quite dexterously with it. Go talk with her then. We've only got a couple of minutes until we have to go.
Okay.
Right. I head on over.
Which means Abraham heads on over.
I do the
I'm gonna
Ratatouille
guess
thing.
he
I
says
pull
that out
Abraham's
loud.
hair.
You can probably hear
don't know.
Abraham like Abraham like doing like slight muttering under his breath very quietly to himself.
So it's the lady that we're talking to.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna stroll up to them. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be saying here. So I'm just gonna
It's deliberately vague.
I am just going to roll out and I'm just going to stroll up to them and just go, don't scream! And then I'm going to open up the fucking blanket and reveal that I'm sat on Abraham's shoulders.
I like to.
Okay. Can you just imagine? You can just look at the sheer look of horror on Abraham's face.
It's just like, hello.
Walks up to someone, don't scream, opens trench coat. Jesus.
I then hide Abraham again, and before she can say anything, I'll just go, we've been sent by an associate who believes that they know you, and they want to know how you came about this current situation.
Sorry. Give me a second. Okay. I like to imagine when you started talking to her, she is dead on straight looking forward, like she's not paying attention to you. when you say don't scream and don't open your jacket, I think there's a defensive pose she starts to try taking, and then you reveal Abraham, and for the first, you see a very shocked look on her face.
Fucking dumbfounded.
No, I think it's also the same look you'll see in Abraham's face.
Huh?
Oh god, this is the worst thing I've ever done.
And what was it
That was walking past. I happened to see it. Guys, you'll never believe this.
I've just seen a goblin on a Goliath in a trench coat.
So what was it you asked her? Sorry.
I said that we had, like a common friend, or, like,
Associate.
associate,
Yeah.
and that they were wondering how this person had come into the situation that they're currently in.
You do notice her looking very suspiciously at you. Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, baby. You know what? No, hold on. I'm going to use my tiny dice that you got me, Luca.
Tiny dice.
Tiny dice.
Oh, little boy dice.
So small.
Oh,
So
little-
innocent.
Oh.
What's that? Plus 4. 13.
Okay.
It's not amazing. Very, very persuasive, right? Yeah. Could be fun.
You do notice her still have doubts on her face. And she's kind of looking up at you. I can't imagine you associating with anyone I know.
Oh god, I wish that was true.
I'm going to make burning eye contact with her and just be like, "You don't know the fucking half of it." And then I reveal Abraham again, and then I just both again. I'll just be like,
she's like looking up and down at you, and she kind of like, you suspect there's a part of her she just wants the fucking guards to keep going.
Yeah.
Whatever
just-
fate she's going to must be better than this in a weird way.
I'm gonna try and like, I'll be like, by associate I mean that we work for them, yeah. I say we work for them, and they've sent us to understand what's happening here. I don't know why I put so much emphasis on understand.
And I'm just trying to think of how fucking logically you would like. Can you imagine this walks up to you? How the fuck do you react to that?
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and reveal Captain Waters Maximus, my tiny toad,
Yeah.
Oh god.
and I'm just gonna say, "Look, trust us." And I'm just gonna give a
Right,
little cheeky lie here. I'm just gonna say, "We can help you."
You cannot.
No,
And
trust. We can.
I imagine at this stage she probably would like look forward, and I think surprisingly she would even call out herself. But let's start going.
Oh no.
I'm just in the background watching this fucking shit show unfold.
I don't know what to do. I'm not very
And I
convincing.
think I'm gonna walk up.
I
Would I
imagine-
see you walk up? Because I imagine you behind me, right?
Yeah, what I imagine I do is I stay behind Abraham's bulk, and then I appear and I sort of put my hand on their shoulder. What my associates mean is, what's happened to my brother if you're here?
There is a genuine moment of, do you know when you see someone out in public? It's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Lord Auburn? What?
I think he gags a little bit as he hears that.
You think that she wants to try doing the salute, but obviously she can't.
I mean, yeah, I'd see that and I'll give it a little nod. But
Your brother. I don't want. Like, there's. I don't think we can talk about it here. He's safe. He's. There was an agreement he made with these people. We needed some money just to keep traveling, and it was if I could just go to Gladiapates, and I was told I could fight my way to freedom. I mean, we'll just get money and to get out quickly.
Okay, so he's here in the material plane.
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh, you weren't there for that, were you? I shouldn't have said that.
His voice just goes, "Be fucking late now." Just like completely cuts the act. He's straight back to his goblin voice.
He's with Aravis, which is the the other god to basically be with him at all times. I think last time I heard they were in Pisa. I'm unsure. I'm planning to reunite with them. After I get out of the pits, I was told I should be at most 2 weeks if I do everything correctly.
How much more do you need to earn your freedom?
And I just got here.
Oh, wait.
Oh dear.
No, there's 3 Colosseums apparently. You just have to go through 3 fights. That's it. You do notice the old guard in the back is starting to get impatient. Right,
I'll
come
just
on, we're
throw
pushing
a-
it now.
I'll throw a
Please.
silver coin at his face. Like,
He catches it. Well, I suppose I got a bit more time.
Well, what do you know?
very easily motivated around here.
Indeed.
He sounds like he might be a bit gassy as well.
So that's my chair. Sorry.
Yeah, fucking right.
No. Hold on a minute.
promise, guys, it was my chair. It was the chair.
Yeah.
You all know that I am in the smallest cupboard possible right now. I'm full on Harry Pottering it. I'll do it again.
I think you like the hot box yourself.
There you go. See,
Now, what did you
I
eat?
can do it on demand.
What did you eat?
Oh, I had a lot of beer last night. I was on the ale.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, you do know this person to be called Sassis.
Satis.
Sassis. I'll put it in the
Sassis.
chat because I'm never gonna remember how to fucking say that.
It's an incredibly
No,
awkward
right.
name.
Yes.
Yes, welcome to the Eladrin.
I'm just gonna call her Sassy.
But Lord, I really suggest you get out of the city. It's not safe for you.
It's not safe for anyone, I don't think. This place sucks.
Yes, yes it does. Unless you want a new heart, we know also you can get a new heart.
Yeah, that's a weird thing that we do know.
Sorry, say that again.
Hmm?
Were you saying something to her? Sorry, someone just knocked on my door.
No, we were just saying I don't think it's safe for anybody. It's
No.
not a nice place.
No, hit her wrong. I mean, to be fair, most of this plane seems to be unsafe from our travels.
This plane sucks.
Indeed.
To be fair, since the last time she's seen me, I look like shit. I've got so many burns all over my face, got cuts and bruises everywhere.
I think there is a level of concern she's seeing you there, but I think there's also
My face is a burn.
I
Jesus.
suspect there's also an aspect of I imagine she would know what happened to you, and I imagine she probably knows that it was caused by something you've done on this plane in the past. Like, for example, when you got back, whatever happened to you turned you off for sorcerer, right?
Yeah.
I imagine there's a level here of Yeah, you know when there's like a bad sheep of the family, you kind of expect, oh, they got hurt because they got involved in the wrong things. That's probably the look she's giving you there.
I'm also wearing an eye patch, obviously. I don't know how I forgot about that one. Okay, well,
But
I mean, if you're okay fighting, we will leave you to it, I guess. But
I cannot.
Of course, sorry.
if you need help, wink 3 times.
No, I'm bound magically
Oh,
to
for the
this.
love of fuck, what is it with these people and their magical bullshit contracts? I look at the guard. Fuck you.
Flipping another silver.
He shrugs. Like you think he's just part of the machine and he's happy to be there as a cog. Listen, don't stay safe, please. I hate to hear, and I know your guards are missing you, and I figured I'd rather not disappoint them.
Yes, I should probably keep what's been happening to me to myself around them.
Oh, yeah, I do like to imagine you've got some like honorary fucking guards who have just never gone with you through the ages, but they're still like assigned to you.
I just like sneak away from them.
But yeah, is there anything else you'd like to ask her?
Not that springs to mind.
Oh, and no one good healers.
Oh yeah, I mean we know some great healers, but they're not here.
That's no good to me. Continue.
Yeah, I imagine she rattles
you
off some people in the Feywild. Yeah, this person is like some of them was like a hag, one of them was like a fucking.
Probably know some fucking archdruid somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, no thank you.
Okay. Hopefully I'll catch up with you soon. I'll tell you how you'll know how like gladiator stuff goes, I suppose.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you. To you as well. I hope you looks like you get better.
I think it's far beyond that.
As we leave, I'm just gonna reveal Abraham one more time and just nod, walking backwards.
How did I end up here? And I just sort of walk away.
Okay, so you see her; she is led away. And yeah, you guys still heading towards the library?
Yes, but I would like to get this cloak and voice off my head at some point.
I like to imagine when you lean backwards, it just drops.
Oh,
I am actually really happy here. I don't want to move.
The best way to do it, just start rolling your shoulders because you're wearing chainmail, right? Just pinching his leg skin.
Stop! Ah.
Oh, guys, I got a real bad feeling about the northern end of this continent.
What do you mean?
I.e., there's big billowing smoke clouds. My brother's there for some reason, and there were some wizards that were doing something, I think. And Destrom was from up there, right?
Yes.
You know,
Also
No.
close to where the helmet was.
yeah, you've got a thing in that fucking lake. That dude who summoned that evil god was from this neck of the woods. He's over that way a little bit, right? Oh god, this place sucks.
This place is hell.
Gents, you've said that about every place you've been.
I hate to break it to you, Luke, like, you've actually created what, like the fucking 10th layer? It's just shit, man.
All right. Yes. I'll leave up to you if you drop fucking Zoys or not.
I'll get somewhere where I can gently put him down without being noticed too much.
I'm just gonna lean over the top of your head and stare into your eyes and be like,
Please don't trap me, Mr. Abraham, please.
I pick him like, do you like as you would pick a child up off your shoulders?
I'm just
And
gonna
then
kick my legs in there. Oh god.
As you drop him off, you head towards the library. As I said, it's an ancient building. I imagine this is probably, I mean, it's probably one of the biggest libraries you guys ever seen as well. I like to imagine it's probably looks like it's a fucking ancient ruin, kind of like into like construction, but it looks like it's like kind of been repaired on top, like a kind of like a mishmash of like textures, just because it's obviously just been continuously renovated, but never in an attempt to keep up with the styles.
Yeah. I don't know why, but naturally the thing I heard was happy Goliath noises when you said all that.
Can I have an example of a happy Goliath noise, please? Jesus Christ.
That is
What
not
was
what I was
that?
expecting.
I don't know.
I'll take it. No, I'll take it. That was perfect.
That was so happy, my lord.
The happiest.
They're not very expressive, the Goliaths.
No.
His facial expression just didn't change.
So, do you go in the front door?
I'd assume so.
I go in through the window.
Yeah. I probably knock on the door before I enter.
It's like a big fucking grand double door. I like to imagine it's probably open at this stage. It's not so like that you don't really knock on it. It's not like it's a small front door. Yes?
Yes.
So, did that cut out, or just did you guys hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh, perfect. Sorry, it was just a weird, awkward silence. So, if you do go in, you'd see quite an assortment. There is people coming in and out of this building. Mercantile traders, just random citizens. It seems like it's got quite a steady flow of traffic. Well, you will notice there is a variety of people in kind of outfits very close to tuxedos. All a kind of sea green in color, and very tight. Like they also seem to be wearing very like kind of like skin tight gloves on their hands. It's a variety of both gnomes, humans, and kind of every race, really.
Like a bunch of all sorts.
You'd see here that when you come in, the first thing you notice is you see the phrase this welcome to the library, Temple of Knowledge, on a plaque.
Okay.
There is a kind of there is a gnome that you think is standing on like a stool or something like that, like standing behind a desk. And then you see like there's wings, kind of like the doors going over, and you see them marked with like multiple things that seem to be very specific. Like, oh, for the year like 1902. I don't actually imagine there's a 1902 in this universe, but you know, it's like, but they're not amazingly like pointing to. It's not as though you would imagine they are linked quite together quite well. Like, you see the art, and then you see naval travel going in the same area and such.
Ah. Okay. I'll kind of like walk up to the desk.
Let's see. Let's gnome look up. Imagine it's probably looks like he's probably in the late 60s in equation to a human.
Mhm.
And you see he's got like probably a pair of glasses on the end of his nose.
Mhm.
He pushes them up. Yes.
I'm looking to see if I can find any history about the Goliaths. Quite old history,
Goliaths.
and about what they did. Quite well, as long as old as you can get, to be honest.
You see a pull up a huge book. Like, imagine the size of my forearm size book. Slams it on the desk. On the front of it, you see in every language you could, like, even languages you never thought you'd ever see here. Like, for example, like Orcish, human, fucking giant, celestial for some fucking reason.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, the first two you went for, the ones you'd never expect to see are humans and orcish.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is it's like every language.
Oh dear.
You would also see a language that I'm trying to just remember the name of. I have it here. Dalkir. Got it. Which, imaginably, you would see Abraham. You would even recognise, and you would think it's strange because that language is one of the most rare languages in this plane.
Mm.
In fact, I think the only person in living memory who recognises it is Flesh Crown, the demon who fucking attacked this plane 80 years ago.
Oh.
Which he was part of that race. And like, on the front of it, what you'd see in all of these languages is Index of a Temple of Knowledge. You kind of, like, unclips it. Imagine, like, this clip is, like, it looks like it's about to burst whenever, like, with how much it's being, like, pulled down. Young yanks it. Goes to G. Goliath. Any Pacific year? Any time frame? Any theme? Anything?
During the Holy War.
During the Holy War. From what I can see, we have about 10 books. Wow, not many. Normally we have a lot more. 10 books on the topic. They'll be in wings A, B, D, Z1, and 13.
Okay. Would you be able to write that down for me?
Sure.
I
A, B,
Yeah.
D, Z1, and 13.
Okay. Now I know this is a library. Are we able to just take books out and like put like I've never been to a library before. I've been brought up quite rural, as you would expect from my appearance. These books, are we allowed to take them from the library, or do we have to only read them while we're here?
We are traders in this library. You purchase them if you want to take them.
You just see.
And when you return them, we will pay you the same amount of money back.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Thank you very much for your help then.
You're very welcome. If you need to lend us some more books, we're always looking to expand.
Okay. I'll turn to the rest group. Do you mind if I go have a look at one of these books in the meantime?
You do what you
Buzz
need
just
to.
nods.
And at that point, I pull out an array of books.
Da 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 da.
Well, I happen to have here some of the finest books you've ever seen. Collection of whatever fantasy novel it was. Volumes 1 to 5.
You see her looking
Not the
somewhat
ones that
unimpressed.
covered One of them has been defaced As it says rewritten on the front.
Did it, like, pass me it? Oh, no. Rewritten is, This book was rewritten about a year ago, and that's what the new marketing is for that book.
That's the mark. That looks like someone's just scribbled on.
It's...
That's
It was a very childish author. Actually, let me just... Like, you see I, like, scroll to the back of the book. Yes, this was lent out to another one of our clients.
That son of a bitch. That kid, I swear to God.
He's back.
Specifically the rewritten one was lent out to one of the clients.
Oh yeah, he's the one that had it, wasn't he?
No, the Templar is the one who had the rewritten one.
That son of a bitch. Not returning his library books. Yeah, okay. Well, we've been sent by him to give this back and get his money.
Yes.
Nice.
Sure, I believe it is 2 copper.
Perfect. Do you want the other 4?
Yes. Why not? Let's have a look. Oh, these are first editions. A bit rare. Are you giving her the third edition as well? This
No,
one with the
not the one with
okay,
the code in it.
cool. All right, I'll for the lot, I'll give you a gold.
Sorted. Pleasure doing business with you.
Indeed. If there's any other books you are holding on to, please come back.
Yeah, I don't think I am, but I will do.
She like turns and calls in human common, to the assistants, and they take it. She writes it down in the big big index book, and you see them like fucking run essentially, like they are full on sprint running into the halls. If there's any books you'd like to know about, it's the place to be. Otherwise, please enjoy your stay. Don't be seeing any of the books. We are a self-funded organization, and we'd hate to lose money just doing such.
Oh, well, can I go and look for the first book in section A?
Sure. It's kind of... Have you ever seen the books where it's from the really old explorers? Like, really old explorers, like 1600s. And it's like the mating practices of tribes.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that was the first book you'd find. It's the mating practices of Goliaths.
Abraham's going to put that back, look red-faced, and put a
Zoy's
face
is going to have that. Zoy just takes it, looks you in the eye, and just says,
For personal research.
What you will see on it, Zoys, is it says in the first page, first written minus 3,000 circa, whatever it's called. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm just saying minus 3,000 BC.
sure.
Whatever.
Jesus is in this land, my lord.
Oh my god!
We're going for 0 year is the year you guys start, which is actually you're probably now a year 1. Think about it, because I think you guys have been literally nearly traveling for about a year, but I can't remember. You see that there is notes in this index that it has been recopied 3 times. You suspect when the books wear, they rewrite the words word for word. Kind of the old way that monks used to do it. The printing press has not been invented, so they just have to rewrite them.
And then they always make weird mistakes as they go through.
Basically, yeah.
Idiots.
Um,
They made
There
the
is
mistake
also-
of thinking Christ exists as well, when it should be BCE.
As you go through, Abraham, you do notice there is a variety of topics to discuss in these books. As I said, there was about 10 of them. Was one being mating. You also find the same ration book you found before. Then you find one which probably catches your eye between it. This is in the D section. You would find a title, which is the Failed Goliath Revolution.
Ooh. I'll take that book off the shelf. Oh, sorry.
Perfect. As you take it off, this is old. This is real old. You don't think this has been recopied in about 500 years old. So it is starting to kind of collapse in your hands, but you can delicately take it.
Can't reach.
And the man, do you open it? Do you read it?
Yes, I'm going to start opening and reading it.
As you do so, you read, and I imagine you probably have not heard about this said revolution, like, which is strange because you've heard a lot about the Holy War. I mean, it's obviously a major part of the things. You've heard a lot about the conquests that went left and east and west, but nothing ever really about the conquest that went north. And what you read is a figure halfway during the Holy War, called out from aid. The Goliaths had been weirdly ignored by Lord Arridge, and it was unsure why. It feels like they would be a target for him. It feels like they would actually probably join his cause, probably easily, but it was never a topic that clerics or crusaders were ever sent up until a past him leaving, and you see that there was one figure that managed to unite the Goliaths, that managed to build up an army that threatened to basically break the backbone of the Polchania. And on the day of their march, there was a huge fight within their encampment. Devastating. In fact, it's considered that maybe the reason why Goliaths are so nomadic is caused by this fight. Like, it broke them to their core. And it cannot find any more information who was in the fight, cannot find any information what happened to this figure. They seem to have disappeared from history. But it is said they do not know what the figure, the icon is, but it's said that this person, this individual, wielded a icon similar to Arridge's.
Abraham thinks back to the symbol he saw in his dream.
Which was Arridge's eyes with a pair of wings mounted to it.
Correct.
That is all you can really find from this book. Looking around, if you keep looking around the others, most of them are, as I said, it very much seems like ignorant travelers, like horror stories about the Goliaths coming down and sneaking into your houses, or it seems that there is a lot of ignorance around that time. You do look around, and there are other Goliaths, and obviously more information about Goliaths as the years come by, but I imagine the Goliaths are still quite hidden to the peoples of the world. It's not as though there's a massive amount of knowledge. The only people that would ever geographically have met them properly would be humans in Polchania. They are not connected to the Elven or the Dwarven or the Orcish territories, really. I mean, there's obviously one or two odd travelers, but basically they're meant by sea. It was kind of hard for them to travel by land anyway.
Well, I shall go take that book with me and see how much that book will cost, because it is interesting.
You probably, as you take it to the front, I imagine this is when Oberon is done with his like selling, as you kind of carry it around. And then like you kind of slam it down. Ooh, I'll do you 2 gold on that one. It's just from age, I think it's collected some value.
Okay, so how much?
2 gold.
2 gold. Abraham will pay the 2 gold.
Perfect. Perfect.
Done.
You see, like every time you like buying something from her or putting in something, she is updating that book immediately. Like it's scratching off the indexes or such. Do you think you also see her point, even if you're buying stuff, you see her pointing the attendants to go towards those areas? You think to maybe reorganize it because she was worried about you messing up the
Yeah.
orders.
Okay, yeah. So she's a proper boss.
Oh yeah. He doesn't seem to be screaming at them, but you think there is a lot of she's punished him in the past and they're scared of her now.
Okay.
Is
I look to
anyone else looking for any books or interest before? Anything else?
No.
None.
Cool. Keep going, Abraham. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was just going to ask them if they wanted to do anything.
No. I'll get back to it. No. I'm all good.
Perfect. In that case, you would hear her going, well, thank you for the visit. It's been nice getting some more books to the library. And as I said, if you guys ever find any more books, we'll be happy to take them off your hands. Knowledge is, well, let's say the key then. But, yeah.
Knowledge is knowledge.
Knowledge is knowledge.
So that ABDZ113, should I get rid of that now, Luca?
Well, that comment. Yeah.
Yes.
That's fine, I'll do it.
Perfecto.
All right. Next. Where are you guys going next?
I'm gonna dig a hole, sit in it, and cover it up.
Any particular reason for that?
Just everything.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's understandable.
It's not that bad.
No, I just don't want to deal with any of it.
Again, understandable.
But you do know for some reason, I can just imagine Auburn starts digging a hole, and next thing you know, the spiders.
Oh God. I'm not
Oh,
gonna dig a hole. I
no.
take it back.
It's too late, Auburn. You have dug the hole.
Or worse, he opens it and the toad's there.
My toad.
It's Timmy who's crawling back up to feed you.
He misses you.
Oh God.
Alright, well, I mean, do you guys have anything else you want to do in the city?
I'm okay. Other than trying to find my mum.
Hmm.
Full story of my mum.
Yes, let's. I think we should investigate that, to be honest.
That is definitely a thing.
I just want to know what happened.
Well, at least we know what happened to the person that gave you the.
Yes. Yes, we do. Oh, holy shit, that was so funny.
That was. I'm trying to tell you something. That was just on the spot, and I loved it.
That's the best way it goes.
Mm.
All the
Yeah.
best things happen spontaneously.
But yeah, I think search for your mother will be this best next agenda.
Yes.
Perfect. So, would you be asking people on the street, or what is the starting point of this?
I guess. Was there anything that would have revealed where she could have been? Because didn't they say there's something to do with?
How long ago did this happen?
Well, I'm 20, what, 27? 23. How fucking old is Zoids? He's 23.
He's an old goblin.
He is. He's a little ancient boy.
When did you lose your mum?
When I was a little boy, probably about like 5 or 6.
So
Oh.
we're saying about 18 years ago.
Yeah, something like that. I think that's a pretty good estimate.
Hmm.
Are we still stood outside the library?
Yes.
I'm gonna go back into the library.
Yeah.
Oh, hello again.
Hello again. Do you have any books on I don't know, like orcish raiding parties and their conquests over the last 20 years?
No, but you might be able to check in with the what's it called? Sorry, I don't remember its name. The War Office. They offer bounties sometimes. And I imagine they write those down. That's probably where you find the information if there's any.
Thank you kindly. And I leave.
You're welcome.
Going to a place called the War Office.
Sounds like a good place to be.
Swear if we get there and there's pictures of us there, I'm gonna lose my shit.
We're on their hit list.
Yeah, in all
You guys
fairness,
make your
it
way
might,
to-
might be best if Abraham doesn't come in, because there genuinely might be one for him.
Yeah,
so-
to be fair.
Yeah.
Maybe I go in first, have a little peek, and then you guys come in if it's good.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Just give us the thumbs up.
So, you guys make your way over to the War Office, which is, imagine being in the northern part of the city, I think. And for a place that's called the War Office, so I imagine you would expect there to be, like, mounted, like, armor or spikes or anything. It is a bog standard fucking building.
Oh.
Like, you think it just looks like a house.
Just an office.
Yeah.
How underwhelming.
I'm half expecting to go in and find one guy that's trapped under stacks and stacks of paper.
Well, as you go in, it's just you, Auburn, who's going in for now, right? You were saying? You would see standing at the desk a male orc. You look up to you, say, citizen or raiding party.
Somewhere in between?
Yeah, sure. Can I have your name for the ledger?
Yes, you can. It's... Oh, no, I'm trying to remember what name I used last time.
Ryder, or Drowder.
I'm Drow, the Drow.
The sign.
Oberon. Just Oberon.
Oh.
You see him write down in the book, Auburn, just Auburn.
Yep, that's
Like,
the name.
as in your surname.
That's exactly how I meant it. My middle name is just.
What a name.
Perfect.
Thank you. Are you here for a bounty? Questions? What is the...
Both, actually. What bounties have you got going?
You see him kind of, like, go to his, thing. We got some runaway slaves. Now it should be an easy one for you guys, if you want to do it.
I mean,
We
guys,
have-
It's me.
No, right, my apologies.
I think you've been working too hard, friend. You're seeing double.
No, I kind of just assumed that people were coming in here. There's multiple of you.
No, I'm lonely.
Ah, right. There is an assassination. That may be fun.
Who's the target?
The trader. Coming into town a couple of days' time.
If. For now.
We have some from the other countries.
You got anything involving a Goliath or a goblin?
I haven't got. You know, we got one from Polchania.
Yep, that figures. Is there an elf in that one as well?
There is indeed.
Okay.
But we normally don't pay attention to those. It's just.
Yeah, Parchania suck.
Indeed. Well, they're a bit of a headache to fucking you get the payments to, you know, and you've got to do all the travel. You got to deal with them being so fucking sacrimonious.
Yeah, I mean, half the time
Yeah.
they just call you to a place just to tell you a thing and then expect you to just leave.
Indeed, and apparently they're very strict when they just want a target alive.
Yeah, they like
I mean,
they like to pour molten metal on them. They're really strange.
We deliver one finger of one guy, and they just fucking went off on one. They didn't pay us anything.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, indeed. But yes. Aside from that, I can't really see that many more. A lot of them were picked up recently by the other raiding parties. Obviously, there's quite a traffic coming in and out. Some people make this their daily life as a job.
Okay, that's fine. Do you keep records of previous raids and such?
Oh, indeed.
How about 20 years ago?
20? Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so roughly 18 years ago, there was a tribe of goblins that were murdered. They had something that I want. Do you know whereabouts they were done in?
Let me have a look. He goes over. I imagine this guy is probably like organising all his stuff by scrolls. Like,
Yeah, while he's looking, I'll sort of gesture to the other two that it's give them the double thumbs up. Oh well, I'll like wobble them a little bit. It's like it's kind of okay.
Oh, you're in luck. I found it. Wow, I found one of 3. There was 3 tribes that was killed about 13 years ago.
Oh,
18 years ago.
Sorry, 18. My apologies. That's what I meant. 3 tribes were killed. Any more specifics?
Goblins. I don't know. Do you have names of the tribes?
Um.
Do they have names?
No, more locations. Sorry, we were just giving more.
I'll sort of let me
little,
look. I'm not lonely anymore. Oh, amazing. Let me speak with these two. Nice. Nice.
I'll kind of like pick up Zoy's and like walk in with him and plunk him down in front of Oberon.
Nice.
For fuck's sake.
Oh god, he's having a nap.
I'll
Start
just
shaking
start
him.
like, I started gently like patting on his head. Zoy's.
Nice. No, he's dead.
The shock of coming here is just taking it out of him.
Fuck's sake, Zoys.
Zois, whereabout did your tribe die? Oh, Mr. Oberon, we died about here. Cool.
Ah, yes. That one. Yeah. Contract for complete eradication of this and destruction of all knowledge that this tribe has collected.
Hot damn. Hot damn. What the hell
Indeed.
are they collecting? Well, I mean, I presume the knowledge has been destroyed, so I doubt it's on that scroll.
No, but I might have.
That's been some bad. But anyway, who put that bounty out? Do you have that?
Good question. Let me have a look. That's weird. Anonymous.
No.
Normally that's not allowed.
Anonymous. Son of a bitch. I'll get you, Anonymous.
Yeah, normally that's not allowed. That is actually a finable offence, that one. I don't know how that's gotten past.
This can't be left to stand. We must find this man, or woman, or person, being.
But I can tell you they were considered to be a threat. I mean, a lot of this...
Goblins.
Yeah.
Just look at Zoe's and I'm like, really?
Well, we were told to go with extreme concern. It was
This sounds to be like someone's done a setup, or there was one evil group, or both.
well, the big thing I'm seeing in the notes here is I suspect this might be with the knowledge they're tied to necromantic magics.
Oh.
Oh,
See, nothing good ever comes from doing that in necromancy. It's just a bad time.
The other tribes, interesting as well. Similar kind of contracts actually. One was linked to psychic powers. One was linked to druidic nature. What?
Now this just sounds very coincidental to a very specific situation we have found ourselves in.
I don't know. All three things. They were paid 200 gold per tribe.
Per tribe. Feels like not a lot for
No,
as many
I was
goblins
thinking
as
that.
were
That's not
probably
really a lot.
killed. That's kind of insulting to them. Does it say who carried it out?
Yes, that we have at least. The Iron Hand tribe.
Are they here or about anywhere?
Yeah, still in operation. I just sent them out on thing probably about 2 days ago. They are carrying out another eradication. Man, they seem to just enjoy doing that.
It's not more goblins, is it?
Sound like fun dude.
No,
This
dwarves.
Oh.
This one's 2 elves. That's pretty weird.
I didn't think we were allowed to touch the dwarves. I imagine it must have been agreed.
What's the who's the contract been set by on that one?
That has been set by a merchant called Greg.
Not Greg.
Oh, Greg.
Is that Mr. Greg's of Greg Bakery? Son of a bitch.
God damn it. So we found out what's happening now. The dwarves haven't paid to fix the ovens yet, so they're going to take down our Mr. Greg.
Yeah, well. I suppose it says when they're due to get back these Iron Hands.
No, all I do is say it's not so. It's a timed contract.
No,
I imagine they go out.
I
Probably.
was hoping they'd be a bit organised and they'd be like, oh, we'll be back in this many days. If we're not, we're dead. You know?
I mean, how do you put a timer on eradication?
I don't know. They seem pretty good at it. It's their
Yeah,
business, not
sure.
mine.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
I have got a question to ask though. Do you have a rough time period of how long they get back? Does it take about a month to see him again, or does it vary quite a lot?
Month is probably a good gauge. I mean, if it's a full eradication, they have to kill everyone in the tribe to get paid.
so you're telling me they got paid for all 3 of the goblin things? Just
Yeah,
okay, that's interesting.
I could see it paid in full.
Well, that's scam. Hmm? So it's fine. I'm just talking about my friend's dead family and. Jesus Christ.
In fact, you'd be happy to know. I think we have the skeletons of some of those tribes.
Christ, that's why?
Well, it's for ledgers.
That just seems like a weird thing to hang on to for 20 years. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, some of those, the bone market does take some of them, but we normally just keep up to the skull when we are
At the
storing.
same time, I kind of can't judge you because there's that last gasp shop down the road. That's just weird.
Oh, I got my mother's last words from that. I was
So
quite happy to.
That's such a strange concept.
Well, people have their niches. I mean, it's popular enough that obviously the
I-
niche has been filled.
Look, I can understand doing it for someone you know, but they were selling random people's last words. That's weird.
Well, isn't it ever a little gnawing curiosity? You know, I picked up once.
I don't even know how to talk to you people anymore.
It's
Well,
just
Everyone's getting real culture shock, I think.
Abraham's just in constant shock nowadays.
It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Abraham kind of like remembers the good old days when he used to be stuck in a temple in a rural mountain range, not knowing about his parents, but just knowing that everything's okay in the world before the cultist attacks and everything changed.
Milkshake is the last M-builder.
Before he found out his all of his life was a lie.
Any more questions for this
Um,
individual?
I have a question for Abraham before we
Yes.
continue speaking to this man. Do you have access to the spell Speak with Dead?
One second, actually.
He might do if he changes his spells off.
Because if you do, it might be worth us having a look at a skeleton.
A spell I never thought we actually get to use. I'm actually quite happy with this. Level 3 necromancy. Yeah, he's got it.
But I've not got it.
Yeah, we'll
Got
have
it, if
to-
you know what I mean.
We'll have to,
Yeah,
we'll have
but-
to do a sleep.
Yes.
Okay, so we could do that. Is Zoe's here? Is Zoe's in the
Dylan?
room with us?
Dylan!
Or has
What
Zoe gone
I'm
to
gonna
the
do is I'm
toilet
gonna
or
I'm going to do sending IRL to see if I get a message to see if he returns.
Sending over text. Ooh!
I will use
Gonna
my
keep it-
sending stone. It gets up to 255 characters. It's called X.com, formerly known as Twitter.
The artist formerly known as Twitter.
Exactly. I guess beyond that, I myself cannot think of any more questions for this particular man.
Of course. Would you like the registry where we're keeping skeletons?
Yes.
Of course. Pulls out like a blue piece of paper, writes it down. Oh, if you're going over there, do you mind giving them a little package? Just for sake of ease, I just need it, the clerk I'm quite friend with.
What's in the package?
Chocolate.
That's fine then. That's fine. Look, we've dealt with some dodgy people in the past.
No, I fully
I
appreciate
have
that.
to check.
I like to think we run a tight ship here at the War Office.
Yeah, I forgot that that's what this place is called. What do they call where they actually plan wars here? Or do they do it here?
Plan wars? No, we don't war.
Well, but let's say war cropped up.
Well, I suppose we would be the ones, but the orcs don't get involved in wars.
Okay. Well, that's nice and all, but I will warn you, Polchania's really uppity at the moment.
Yeah, just a lot.
You know, you remember Uro? They're not there anymore.
Indeed, this is been a moment of concern, but you know, we have all these other countries in front of us trying to take their hits. They never got to us before, but we're going to hopefully live in blissful
have you also
assumption
heard
that they.
about this deep one? You heard about the deep one?
No.
Oh yeah, they've declared war on the land.
We live in troubling times, don't we?
Sure,
Yeah.
we sure do. And I saw a dragon the other day.
I mean, we saw many. They flew over their lands.
Yes, that's got to be a good omen, eh?
Indeed. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd just if you haven't heard of the deep one, I'd keep an eye on your coasts.
Yeah.
Well, we had when the dragons all left, all the druids left in the city.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was screaming about nature breaking whatever.
Nature breaking, that seems quite important.
Nature breaking.
Surprisingly, I'm not paying much attention to that. It's not getting me my money. I get commissions on these bounties, you know. That's what I'm focusing on.
I suppose while we're actually here, the last question I have is, I mean, I'm not a very regular-looking elf in these parts, I imagine. Have you seen one that looks like me? Have they done a bounty?
Seen one that looks like you? No.
bigger, I guess, and not burnt and missing an eye.
No. Let's have a look.
Would have been
Raiding
otherwise
party did bring in a ladron.
Yeah, she's fighting in the pits, right? That one.
Yeah, they from what we can gather, they encountered a ladron on just a run, a protective patrol around. They offered them money for one of the guards, and it was a fair trade.
How much to pay for this? Could I buy the Saladrin back? How much would that be?
I think they got 500 gold for her.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fucking
Yeah, she's supposed to be one of those champion, guardian.
Yeah. How hard are these gladiator pits? Because I might be about to do something silly.
For someone of her level, not that hard. They're basically the gladiator pits are mostly we set up the champions. They fight the slaves that go in there.
Oh, even you guys are just lovely. I high five
Well-
him. I really awkwardly high five him.
Well, it's a measure on. It's to give the slaves a chance, but we got to make it entertaining to give them a chance. Otherwise, we're not making any money. We've had some very prominent names come through here. I mean, the most recent winner. I mean, he was impressive to watch. Have you ever heard of Garrick?
I don't even know
Yes.
what the fuck has he been doing? How did he end up in the gladiator pit? Oh my god.
It was a
What-
couple of years ago, that one,
Oh,
but
that's right then. I don't
That's
need
better.
any more revelations about people that aren't with us.
Oh,
What about some fucking weedy little wizard boy? What's his name? I
Sorry,
don't
say that
even
again?
remember.
say that again.
Huh?
Right,
Just said
someone keeps
what-
coming in my room.
Just said what about that little weedy wizard boy? What was his name? I don't remember.
Destrum.
Nope, the other one.
Aaron Hart.
That's the one.
But nevertheless, yeah. Well, if you guys do want some bounties, we can get you on the short list. Get called up about them.
We will consider it and be back.
Of course. We have a mailing list. We got some sent
Sign
people
up
who
for our
do.
newsletter.
Yeah,
well, did you say they only set off 2 days ago?
the Iron Hand clan. Yes.
Were they mounted or walking?
Mounted, I believe. That's normally how they roll.
Oh god, they didn't buy one of those dolphins, did they? If they're rolling. Anyway.
I think the best thing for us to do for now would be rest and possibly watch the gladiator pit to see how your friend does.
Yeah. Unless Lois is here and has a question. Hmm.
Dylan?
Oh, hey guys, I'm Lois.
If only we just not noticed him not being on mute this whole time. It's
Well, I think has happened. Zois is actually playing into the part where he's still on my shoulders. He's just lost in time.
I think he's just so angry to see this orc.
Yeah, so he's so angry. He's just got a shock.
seething.
He's seething.
Oh, for now we've gotten some leads.
We have got some leads, and I have a book, which
And I have a box of chocolate.
oh,
so. What's the plan?
So you guys, I'll go deliver this chocolate. You guys want to go find an inn, and we'll just wait. Or we can go to the gladiator pits.
I want to go. I think Abraham's going to go to the gladiator pit.
Okay, I'm gonna go quickly deliver this chocolate, and then we'll go there.
Perfect. So you guys go over to not even thought of a name for this building. It's more just where the ledgers are kept.
The ledgery.
And as you go over, Oberon, you kind of have, imaginably,
Does it have like a note on it with a name?
yes.
I just walk in like, is there a... And then I read it out.
Hi, yes, me.
Yeah, I got a package for you
Oh, thank you.
from the lad in the war office.
Oh, what a lovely boy.
I passed the thing over.
Ah, perfect. She kind of cracks it open. Oh, triple salted dark chocolate. Lovely.
Oh, I'm back.
I always find it a headache to find this. What a fucking awful timing.
Sorry, what's going on?
Oh no, you're right.
You just missed the whole thing about you.
Sorry, I won't go into details, but I think I'm dying.
Yeah, okay. All right, so what's happened? So far, what you've missed is they've gone over to the war office,
Yes.
found out that not only your tribe, but 2 other tribes were exterminated in the same year
Oh,
of goblins. They found out the name of the tribe, and they found out that potentially there was some skeletons stored somewhere that might involve members of your tribe.
wonderful.
Auburn
and
has
that's
been
anonymous. Put up the
Yes.
bounty to get your tribe killed.
Who's anonymous?
I don't know, but he sounds like a bastard.
Oh, wonderful.
Damn anonymous.
But we also found out the orcs that killed your group was called the Iron Hand, was it?
The
Iron
Iron
Fist,
Hammer. So they led by Ferrous Manners.
Oh my god.
Does he
No,
have
they were
metal
part of the
hands?
Iron Warriors led by Perturabo.
Nice.
yours.
But yes, they've gone out to
Drum chase,
exterminate some
you-
dwarves.
Completely off topic here. You guys just reminded me that James has a Perturabo figure I paid for.
But in addition, we had oh fuck, that's now tripped me up.
You're welcome.
We had the guy give Auburn a package to be delivered to the ledger office, is where you'd find out about the skeletons as well. Because he was like, "Oh, you're going there? Why not deliver this as well?" Abraham was going to go look for an inn. Where are you going? Because this is quite important.
I think we were going to the gladiator pits after this.
Right. Okay. Are you all going to the ledger office?
Probably
Yeah.
come with.
I guess.
Okay. So you make it here, and as I said, this one was like, "Oh, would you like to try some of this triple salted dark chocolate?"
I am okay. Not really a sweet tooth / savory tooth kind of guy.
Abraham hasn't really got like experience with chocolate and stuff like that, so he'll try a piece.
Nice.
It is fucking foul. Like when I say triple salted, it means there's like lumps of salt in this chocolate, and like it. Have you ever like just like had salt in your mouth, like just pure
Yeah.
salt?
It's like
Just
drinking
imagine,
water.
yeah.
I can just imagine. You can just imagine him, and then he's like he grabs hold of his throat and like goes to his knees trying to grab a water pouch from his backpack.
You hear a cackle. Hey, it's an acquired taste, boy. Sorry.
It's a quiet taste.
There's tears streaming down Abraham's face.
I mean, judging by that, I'd say the acquired taste is loss of taste. But
Most likely. I enjoyed the spicy foods when I was younger, and it's kind
I
of
was,
fucked
just,
my
I was literally just about to say, you just see Abraham like, why is it spicy?
So, thank you for this. Was it payment on arrival or just a gift?
This was just a favor. I'll be nice and not lie to you.
Please no
Thank you.
more chocolate.
Well, if you need any help from myself, I'm happy to assist. We'll
Can we book an appointment to see some skeletons tomorrow?
Oh, you don't need an appointment. Let's walk in.
Perfect.
Well, I can even do it now if you want
Museum.
to.
No, we can't do it now. We'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, of course.
Perfect. Thank you. Enjoy your chocolate.
Thank you.
Abraham's still got tears streaming as we walk away.
She's got like pat you on the shoulder. Would you like one to go?
Do you know what? Abraham will take one to give to someone at another date.
Someone you dislike.
I knew you were starting to like it.
It's
So
a quiet
Moorish.
taste, as she said.
So Moorish.
Oh dear.
So, I have a very nice day. Thank you for the chocolates. I suppose I'm gonna get this boy at the War something in return.
He must like you very much.
Oh, I'm his auntie. Don't worry about him.
Oh. Exactly, he likes you very much.
So, I'm sorry, I'm talking fucking her voice for the GM part.
No. Keep going.
He's
Keep going.
becoming the old woman.
What are you gentlemen doing now? Are you going to Gladiator Pips?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What sort of time is it?
In day, I imagine with all the travelling around, what do you got, 4 o'clock?
Yeah, we still got a bit of time to kill before we sleep, I guess.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you head over to the pit. And I imagine there's a guy kind of standing. I imagine it's like these like really cheap turnstile looking fucking things. Hi there. What ticket would you like? We can give you the standing, or sitting, or you can even get the luxurious box.
Ooh, luxury.
Has the fancy elf fought yet?
Yeah, no, I think she's about to fight now.
Excellent. Whatever's closest to the action.
Standing pits. Keep an eye on your pockets, yeah?
I've got magic pockets.
Perfect. Just, keep an eye. That's where...
Everybody who's got something that they don't want stolen into the magic pocket.
So he starts to climb in.
Not that. You might die.
I'll give Oberon my 10 gold.
Be warned, one of the myths in this area is they stole a foot somehow.
That is impressive.
We don't ask how.
You don't want to know how.
Abram
Oh.
already knows how.
Also, to kind of like look side to side. We do bits here, if you want to talk over.
He said doo-doo.
Zoids is very, very into gambling.
I'm not giving you any money. If you have some, you can use it, but I'm not giving you any.
Zoids has 20 gold.
Perfect.
I'm
Well,
going to put 20 gold on our Eladrin friend.
before we start, we can give you the odds and such, and we can give you the who the Eladrin is fighting today.
Yeah, hit it.
She'll be fighting 3 contenders. These are slaves who have marked themselves as gladiators to attempt to fight their bonds. And
Nice.
they've been showing promise.
Well, I suppose that's good.
Also, I hear their masters are slipping them some poison on their blades.
How do we feel about, how should we put it? Audience interaction.
The rules are you're not allowed to swing into the pits, you're not allowed to attack into pits, but gifts are allowed.
Gifts are allowed. Nice.
What have we got?
I
have the
just
best
kind of like
gift of all.
I whispered to Oberon as well. Mage hand is also a gift.
Just like scratching just above my eye patch.
Spells are not allowed for, if you were saying mage hand, spells are not allowed into the pit.
Stupid pit.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a fair fight, and how the hell are we supposed to gamble with this kind of thing? Gamble, if we do see this type of thing, it's not as though we can fail the gladiator for it, but better off.
Okay. How much for the standing?
Standing, 3 copper pieces per person.
Cool. I hand that over.
Would you like a poncho? We'll give you that for a copper.
A blood poncho.
The blood poncho. Nice.
Well, it's a bit of a splash show in that area as well. That's why some people do it.
That's
Abraham will buy 3 ponchos to cover his mass.
Perfect. There'll be 3 copper,
I get
9 copper for the standing tickets, if all 3 of you.
I'll just pass him a silver.
I'll just sit on Auburn's shoulders, Abraham's shoulders again.
Of course you can.
Does that count as 1 ticket?
No.
do you do discounts for under 5s?
No. We'd be lucky. We used to charge more for them.
Family tickets?
OAP?
I
No.
just
How
pass
old
him
are you,
a-
Auburn?
I just give him a silver. That should cover it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I've paid.
You would
I
actually
gave
you need
the,
2 extra.
I did the copper for the ticket.
All right.
If he's buying ponchos, that can be
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, it'll be 1 silver and 2 copper. I don't know where that's being balanced out, but it's 3 copper a ticket and 3
If you just
copper.
minus 3 copper from what you've got, Abraham, that'll be fine.
So,
That
Anybody
was
who
that.
wants to put something in the bag of holding can. We won't move it unless the bag gets stolen.
I'm okay. I don't think I have anything that can realistically
I
go.
will also say the bag has an arcane lock on it.
Do you know what? No, I'm gonna keep all right now. I'll have my hand on my bone saw, and if someone's able to get the spear from my hand as well, I'll be very surprised.
Oh, that's the point. The spear doesn't need attunement, does it?
No.
That could be fun to, gift someone for a brief moment.
Mm. Should I put the spear in the bag of holding, do you think?
I mean, you can do. It's easy to get out.
Yeah, I'll put the spear in the bag of holding.
Spear in the bag of holding, cool.
Because that way at least I can have my sword and shield in my hand in case anything goes down.
Hmm.
perfect. Well, in case you want to do some gambling, we are good to go.
So is he doing a
Right.
gamba?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm betting money. 20 gold on our Eladrin friend.
20 gold. It's a 3-to-1 odds.
Oh my god. Say less.
Perfect. All right. Well, I hope you win and good luck.
Thank you.
You are led in, and it is fucking bustling in here.
I am going to say
And-
under my breath to these as we're being led in. I'm telling you now, if something bad happens, I'm going to get involved.
Bad.
And
Zoids is in. He's happy.
you see as you get in that it's kind of a huge kind of sand oval pit, very Colosseum style. You see that there was like obviously what the remains of other contestants that just haven't been picked up as much. And as you go take your space, like you hear the battle is starting. On one side we have the Eladrin, a
Noise is cheering.
creature from the Fae, dexterous and willing to fight fierce, versus the 3 slaves who have come from the lower gladiator pits in the hopes of finally escaping to their freedom. This will be a fight to the death as they are trying to surmount this insurmountable mountain. And coming up from, like, basically on an elevated platform, coming up into the pit, you see these, I mean, they look kind of fucked. Like, they obviously have, like, wounds that have been, like, hastily bandaged.
Yeah.
Or, like, they don't look like they've been kept care of very well at all. And they're holding, like, clubs or very cheap weapons.
It's
And-
boding well.
On the other side, you see the Eladrin you met earlier with the fractal kind of tattoo on her face. Sassy. Or Sassy's, whatever.
Sassy, that's what I called her. It's a good name.
She's holding an elven blade to her side, and she obviously doesn't have any injuries on her at all. she's kind of like looks around the theater of. She's not used to fighting in this kind of scenario. She's very much the bodyguard of kind of a royal, essentially. She's not a person who fights for spectator sport. So she kind of gives like a weird like look around, and looks forward like with kind of determined looks at these three. And for those who've got a passive perception above 12, 12 or above,
Yes.
you can see that there is a slight unease on her face looking at the three.
Oh no.
Can I
Oh, actually, I don't have that. No, fuck
cast
that.
detect magic while this is all happening as well,
Sure.
just in case?
So you can see that there is like a slight enchantment on this arena. You can see that it basically, it looks like there's just an enchantment of. Oh, is it the enchantment school of magic? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of. It's not anything like. It doesn't look like it's gonna like. It's not aggressive or anything like that. It just seems to be like a thing that seems to be living on the arena itself. So, you hear the goes, at the toot of the third horn, fighters, start your fight.
Start your engine.
Start your fight.
And you hear,
Gladiator,
Oh my God.
ready.
Yeah.
Contender, ready.
so when this happens, on the third horn, you see Yeladrin run within 30 feet and blink in with her teleport.
Oh my God.
And what you see first is, give me a second, let me just do some rolls.
How far would you say she is from us?
From you, probably about 50 feet.
Okay.
Her first kind of slash is a kind of a prod to see what happens, you know, just
probing
see what the
strike.
skills are. And the first thing you notice is these slaves don't have any fighting experience. They're used to like basically someone getting tired and clubbing them to death. And you see her just do kind of this test stab with kind of ease of her just being practiced. I imagine, like, as fighters, she's probably more practiced than a lot of you. I mean, just in the kind of sword arts and such. One, you guys aren't really sword fighters at all.
Yeah.
And you see that she does attack with a kind of a terrifying force. She's obviously used to parrying with the other guards. And I like to imagine this is what her face kind of looks like post this, as you see her kind of just slice through his head.
Oh my God.
I'm putting a post into the general chat. I imagine that's what her face probably looks like.
Jesus.
Oh,
Did she say that too?
No, but you do see her kind of taking a step back because obviously she's not expecting that to happen. She kind of holds up her sword in kind of a defensive pose as the two kind of launch at her. One tries to hit her with his club. She kind of just bashes it out of the way. The other one does hit her, but you sense only for a very small amount of pit damage on her. And it'd be hard to hear her. Can anyone read lips?
How would you even know?
There is a trait for that. I don't think any
have
of you
that.
had
I
it.
don't think none of us do.
I definitely don't.
You do see her trying to say something to them. They do falter for a second, but stand resolute.
Zoyce is going to lean into Abraham and go,
What did she say?
Zoe's like Abraham, like kind of look up. 'Cause I thought you were on my shoulders, aren't you?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but it's quite entertaining, weirdly enough, isn't it?
yeah.
She
Zoyce is concerned he's just losing 20 gold.
Wait, who did you bet on?
Her. She's doing
She does
alright.
I was just about to say she's decapitated one of them.
Yeah, but she's also been hit.
You do say to take a couple of steps back, and at one stage marks a line on the floor.
Oh,
I'd
She
wait
points
if
to
she's
sort-
just told anyone. Crosses that line, they will die.
Oh dear.
The two slaves do hesitate, but they are looking at the chains that used to be like, they've got manacles on their hands. They've got no chains on them, but you think there is a sense of desperation there. You think this is like they may even be able to escape just from death, with death essentially. And they launch over that line.
Oh my god.
She takes a swing at them because that's what is her old action to do. And it was the first one. The second one takes a hefty blow. It tries to swing at her desperately. It hits her.
Oh.
You see it kind of club her face. But did a bit more damage than prior to the. And you do notice a kind of a small welt is kind of building up. But she then lifts up her sword. And imagine, as you guys are looking, it probably looks slightly brutal.
Mm.
She kind of pierces it down like her collarbone, the slave's collarbone.
Oh.
oh,
Can I have a perception check out of you all?
Yes, you can, sir. Where have I put my tiny dice?
23.
Oh, I put them back. I'll just use my normal. Use the online. Perception.
Have I seen anybody using magic? while I'm
6.
going up?
No.
I got 7.
So I'd say just Abraham probably hears it, and sees it. As there's kind of a moment of quiet as she stabs down. Obviously, they're kind of just waiting to see what happens. You do see her saying, "I'm sorry," as she's like piercing it down. And that's kind of the end of the fight. It's quite quick. I mean, it's probably about a 12-second fight in all. You think from the reactions from the crowd, they were expecting this to go a bit longer. Normally they do.
God, I've made
still
60
wouldn't
gold.
actually look at the fight. Really, I imagine it was just looking around to see if anyone would interfere, fully expecting this to be the outcome.
Yeah, I mean, you know these fighters. These fighters are like the top tier in your realm. It's almost kind of humiliating to put them against like regular commoners, essentially. You hear the announcer. He obviously had taken a bite of something because he was expecting the fight go longer.
Yeah.
The Eladrin has won the fight. It was a quick and decisive blow. Obviously, that we need to throw tougher opponents at her in the future.
Oh, great.
But thank you all for attending. We'll have another fight in about an hour. We have the great giant coming into the arena. It was surprised to capture it, but I imagine it's going to be a hell of a fun. We have about 20 slaves attacking it. Some of them are on their last match.
Ooh.
Yeah, I bet.
Maybe they'll survive, maybe they won't. We'll see what happens. Thank you all.
Guys, you know how we destroyed a country one time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on doing it again?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You just see like Abraham just do you like the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator thumbs up?
Nice.
Just that.
I like this one might be a bit harder though, 'cause it's not going to be a coincidental army to help us.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm ready to crack some skulls.
I think you do notice as she's kind of like being led back to the pit, she does see you, Oberon, and there is shame on her face. Like, genuine just, I didn't want to do this. This is like not anything a part of what I should be doing.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just sort of convey understanding and no judgment. Just, look at me. I'm in the crowd.
I played it against you.
It's always really wants a foam finger.
As you guys make your way out
Yeah.
of the arena,
Yeah.
the guard who was at the gate come over to you as always. Congratulations, boy. A 60 gold for you. Will that win?
Whoa!
I'll just take the 60 gold.
We evidently need to change up the odds for the next time she fights, but we hope you found it interesting.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you people call a fight round here. Moo.
No. Normally they last probably about 10 minutes. But evidently you're this Eladrin. Top of tier. Whoever got her probably got her for a decent price.
I think as he says that, there's just like, there's a very mixed feeling across Ulron's face.
Pride and well, so yes, presumably the announcer heard there is another fight going on in about an hour. If you guys would like to attend, we can get you tickets early.
Do we want to attend?
I have done what I came here to do. I leave it to you if you wish to watch more.
What's the odds on the giant?
What's on the giant?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I never remember how the fucking odds work. You would get half of your gold extra.
2 to 1.
Right, thank you.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to ask Auburn for the. First of all, can I check and make sure I have all my items?
Yeah, sure. Give yourself a pat now. You have everything. Nothing was touched. You think normally the thieves probably have a bit longer
I don't think
to
we're in there long enough for anyone to
yeah.
look at us, yeah. Literally in there for like 40 seconds.
As I said, most of these guards expected the Eladrin to put up less of a fight.
God, imagine getting one of the fucking royal guard for the literal heir to the throne. I'm thinking, yeah, should do it right.
Yeah, I'm going to ask Auburn for my 10 gold, and I'm going to bet on the slaves.
Yeah, I'll give you all your stuff back.
I'm betting the opposite way.
Ooh.
I want that giant to win.
You would hear him go, "Ooh, interesting. Okay." Yeah, we'll take your money, and you would get a 20 gold return if you win, Abraham, and you would get a 15 gold win if you get if the giant wins, Zois.
Take it.
Perfect. Well, absolute pleasure. I'll hopefully you'll come back tomorrow if you want to pick it up. I mean, it's no, we'll hold the money for you. Don't worry about that. So,
Excellent.
what is everyone doing now?
Well, I thought the next fight was in an hour, so I thought me and Rose were going to wait for an hour.
All right, you watching the next one? Okay.
Unless you want to do something else, please.
I'm happy doing whatever.
What time is it, by the way? 12:30. Okay.
I suppose while they're waiting for the fight, can I run back to the war office and see
Yeah.
if the price to release her has lowered now that she's done one of her fights?
So I'd say it's gone to about 400 gold.
Since my friends aren't here to stop me,
Oh
spending
my
all of our
god.
gold.
Oh no.
It's
No,
fine,
but-
I can absorb.
Abraham's actually got the bone saw, so I can't make up 400 gold.
Thank God.
You suspect that the actual money comes majorly from the last arena fight, basically.
What I could do is I could be real sneaky. Time for me to sell some street potions.
Oh my god,
Whoa.
I love it.
How much do healing potions normally go for?
Healing potions? Wait a look. Not whatever Cameron said to us in the first campaign.
600 gold!
Put us into fucking debt at the start of the fucking thing.
And then we didn't use them after I died,
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that. How many fucking years later?
I love it. I was killed by pretty much every party member in that campaign. Some intentional, some not.
Standard.
I think it's 75 gold, but I'm gonna just double check.
Fucking perfect. I'm just gonna run around and I've got 2 flight
50
potions,
gold.
2 transformation potions, 3 healing potions, and 2 resilience potions. I'm just gonna run around and try and sell them. for-
Give me a flat persuasion roll.
Like
No,
50 gold
give me a
apiece.
disadvantage persuasion roll, because obviously.
because of can I intimidate people into buying? It's gonna be really aggressive. You know, like they do when they, it's like when I went to New York, the people who were selling like mixtapes.
Yeah.
It's just like get up
Fucking
in your
buy my
face.
mixtape, you idiot.
They like take people who are sort of on their own. Make I look very scary. Can I try and do it that way?
I'd say no.
Unbelievable.
Boo.
I'm getting fucking shafted so that I can't get my +1. Instead, I get my +1. Unbelievable.
Boo.
8.
8. So you're able to sell them at about, I'd say, 30 gold a potion.
Mate, I'm not selling them a 30 gold a potion. Fuck
That
those
is the-
guys.
Because obviously, as I said, this is a haggling town. This is what most people would agree to.
There is no way a flight potion costs that little.
With an 8, that is the number I'm giving.
Oh shit.
A potion of flying is very rare.
And then they believe that you're selling proper potions, but they'll
I
accept
fucking
just.
drink one and I start flying around.
Amazing.
You. Alright, fine. I'll give you 100.
Done. I go. I'll sell the rest for 30.
Hilarious.
That's 60. 120. That's another 120, 240, 340. Made. I have no potions left.
Hmm.
You know what's
Ah.
real fun though? When I make new ones, they lose their potency. Only some of them do though. 2 of them will lose their potency. I'll leave it to you which ones do.
Cool.
Or only one of them will because I used one of the flying ones.
I'll pick up random. I am logically gonna have to put a lock on that because, well, I don't know.
This was a one-time jobby. I'm
Yeah.
not doing that again unless it becomes very desperate. With my
be
potions,
fair.
that's kind of the only handy thing I have. How much did I say? 340.
Yeah.
That just changed my total. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. 293. And then we add 340. Kerplamo. Yeah, I can go buy a freedom and we'll still have plenty of money.
All right, you do that.
I'm gonna go do that.
Okay, while you're doing that, Abraham and Zois, I'd
Whoa.
like you to both roll me a D100.
All right.
Do that in chat, please, just so I can.
Roll to everyone. What's that?
32
76.
and a 76.
The giant wins the fight.
Hooray!
No way.
Abraham, it's a brutal fucking slaughter as you watch this giant with a big ass club just fucking melt these slaves.
Oh my god, I'm on a fucking roll, boys.
Zois, I think you are.
He's on a roll. He bet for the Royal Guard of the Eladrin and a fucking giant. He's on a roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zois, you are returned your first 10 gold and the extra 5 gold that was on top.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And Abraham, you've lost your 10 gold.
Thank God. Yeah.
I'm up to 65 gold.
And I think imaginably a few just visions of how a buddy deals with a big club.
Badly.
You've learned what people paste looks like.
Mm.
I like to imagine that, as I said, you guys were in the splash zone.
So gross.
And bits got on you.
It's a good job I bought the ponchos for us.
That is true.
But Abraham is horrified by how quickly they were just destroyed and slaughtered. He was betting on the little man, hoping that they'd rise up against the chains.
How wrong you were.
How wrong he was.
The oppressors always win.
And a tale as old as time.
Well, do you want me to tell you something? That picture you sent earlier is actually more fitting as well for what Abraham looks like as a go hit.
Yeah, probably. I thought you were stronger. No.
Oh.
Go. I imagine you guys probably have watched this thing, and Auburn, you've now managed to sell off all your stuff, and if you want to, you can buy the contract.
Oh, by the contract.
Perfect. You guys are. Well, we still make our money. It's a shame we can get the more shows in, but c'est la vie, we'll make the same.
Terrible,
Sheila.
terrible people.
She is free, but
400 buckaroos.
yes. You now have a slave contract of Sassis.
If I look at this contract, is there a way to dismiss said contract?
Yeah, just tear it up.
Perfect, done.
You feel a bond break.
What? Is this fucking Baldur's Gate? Me when I broke my oath accidentally?
Nice.
Because I didn't want to tell a child that their parents were dead?
You didn't.
yeah.
What?
No, I was like, oh, I'll tell her later. I'll tell her later. Because I might find out more. And it's like, oh, you felt your bond break. Hang on a minute, what?
But this is where we stand.
Once I've done that, I will head back to the fighting arenas to meet up with the boys.
Perfect. You see them coming out. I like to imagine they're taking off their very blood-soaked fucking ponchos.
That's
I'm
disgusting.
gonna look at Auburn and be like,
This was the best day ever.
I'm not going to elaborate.
Ignoring the fact that he just heard about, like, you know, who destroyed his clans, the other golfers had died.
There's a lot to unpack with that statement. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah.
You just see Abraham look completely defeated.
Abraham's lost all his life savings.
Speaking of that, I did just spend 400 gold.
So he's just freezing. It's like,
Huh?
Hmm?
Wait, what?
Anyway, is there any staff
think-
here?
Wait.
You kind of see like Abraham like count on his fingers again, look like he's going to have a heart attack.
Haven't you already got a really weak
Thinking
heart?
menus.
Yes, like
Can we roll for? we roll for Abraham to have a heart
like-
attack?
that actually shocked him that when Oberon just said
Oh, I
that.
also made 340 gold.
Oh,
So I
like
spent 60.
yeah, that's much better. That's much better. As Abraham's like clutching his heart.
Get pranked.
Abraham goes another point of exhaustion.
Oh please no. Abraham like just like, oh, Oberon, could I have my spear back?
Yeah, I gave you all your stuff when before I left.
Okay, that's fine. Just because Abraham was then worried that maybe he was still going to sell that next.
No, I sold my potions. You
Perfect.
wouldn't sell good stuff.
One second, I'm getting a
Yeah,
folder.
is there a person here that I can be like, hey, I bought the contract of that slave. Can I have her, please?
Like, I imagine the front guy is that you bought Frida?
Yep.
You didn't want to make any merchandise money from the
Nope.
pits? There was like a moment of he's like listening to you, but it's not clicking in his head. Like, why would you do this? This culture is all about making as much money as possible, and that just seems wrong to him, if that makes sense.
I figured, and that's why I wanted her out as soon as possible, because there's no way they'd let her go.
Well, yeah, I'll go get her, I suppose. He looks really dazed. Oh, Jim. Yeah? We'll get the Eladrin. Okay. She comes out, like, probably about 10 minutes later. She's, like, looking around really weirdly. It's like, I felt my bond break.
Got you. That was not
That's
a
it.
fight. We're not doing that again. I don't know why my brother sold you to these people, but that's not cool.
We... Should we go talk?
Yeah, I was gonna say, this probably sounds like a closed-door conversation. To the inn!
To the inn.
Nice.
So, you guys go around, and as I said, there's about 1 million inns, and I'd say probably about silver each
Cool.
per room.
I'll pay for a room for the Tazis as well.
Perfect. She does collect her armor up and such, because they obviously had her armor. And it is just beautiful, kind of half mechanical armor. Like, you see that there's parts of it, like, if you go to block, it actually goes rigid to help her. It's kind of like, obviously, very much kind of design of the area you're from.
Mm.
It kind of works with her. It's kind of somewhat, what's the phrase?
Newtonian fluid, basically.
Yeah. But more terms of like the actual like metal lock itself.
Yeah. This is just giving me a hilarious idea for something that would be completely impractical but really funny. You know how like tank armor works?
Yeah.
So
Not
it
fucking
explodes to block the shells.
yes.
Imagine that on a suit of armor. Hmm.
But even though there's like obviously it's quite rigid and such, you imagine normally for someone just walking in it, it'd be kind of resisted. She obviously is quite trained in this armor, and like kind of walks kind of gracefully with it. You wouldn't have guessed that it would like rigid sit up whenever she steps. It's good to be back in that. I imagine you guys get into your kind of room to get such. Thank you. I don't like just wanton killing like that, and that felt wrong.
No, there's nothing to be done about it.
Yes, but I don't know. Part of me feels discuss it after that.
Well, you probably did the lot a favour. I can't imagine living here is pleasant.
No. But I didn't think it'd be that bad when I agreed to it with the Lord.
I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
That's alright.
What have I missed?
We're at it.
You guys got to a tavern.
Oh, sweet. Oh. Perfecto.
Did you hear about my lord's travels before you left?
No, maybe.
When did you leave the realm? I didn't hear your departure.
What, the first time or the time where I came back after my wife died?
The second.
The second one, okay. Like a couple of months ago?
I see. It's been close to about 8 months, I think, since at least you arrived there.
We've been quite underground recently. Yeah.
Obviously, there's also the Fey wild kind of time fucking variation there as well.
Yeah.
A lot has happened in the realm since you left, I think. My lord was tasked with finding a safe place for the inhabitants of the realm. He wanted us to leave the Fae for some reason. We didn't question much, but that's what the challenge is.
Really bad. He's looking for a safe place and he came here. Honestly, you could go to the Hells and I think you'd be safer.
Nice.
I was just about to say, have you heard about the Holy War currently going down?
That's a very good point. We should probably pass this on. All of the afterlives are closed because Arage is doing some nonsense.
I see. It's troubling to hear, but from what we were told, and the realm is starting to mount up weapons we've not used in thousands of years. And, well, the situation with your daughter being taken by the Lord.
Come again now?
Ah.
Gentlemen, we're fucking off the volcano.
Yes.
Excellent.
Your father, he took your daughter into care.
Okay, I think this is it. I think it's gonna happen. I think it's happening. Oberon is standing up and very fidgety and is pacing.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, my lord. I thought you knew. She obviously, like, at this obviously she wants to, like, be very respectful, but she doesn't know what to do around you.
Says it's fine. Drop honorifics. I don't give a shit about any of that.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Oberon. Oberon.
Yes, Lord.
Oberon.
Yes.
Well, I'll just say Oberon. So what you're telling me is it sounds like is your father a bad man, Oberon?
Oh, he's a bastard.
And now he has your daughter.
Yeah.
She kind of, you do see her kind of look offended with that one, is it?
Be offended all you want. He's a prick.
I don't know why. Abraham just turns and says, "It sounds like we found our next crusade."
The game blows up the Feywild.
I'm back. What's happening?
Oh,
Are you ready to
Fun!
join a new crusade?
Are we crusading?
always.
Say less, I'm in.
Please, but
What of my mother? She was with her, or was she with my wife's parents? She was with one
he was
of them.
with your wife's parents, is where we agreed.
What happened to them?
I believe they are still no. Right? Yes. I'm not supposed to tell you.
Well, there you go now.
You fucking gonna.
There is a large sigh. The Lord has exiled them from
Oh,
the
he's
Feywild.
fucking done. He's done. Ron is like losing his shit in the corner.
I have
Alright.
no idea what's happening, but I'm just straight up ready to fuck some shit up.
Sorry,
The old man's finally gone senile.
Yes, there's been a few exiles. Well, about 1,000 so far. This is why we're making a sanctuary. We'll challenge when we were exiled as well.
You got exiled too. I feel like we need to make a little rebellion. Right, anyone for a rebellion? Rebellion.
Can I interest you in a rebellion?
She's like, no, I don't want to be part of that.
I think I'm gonna go speak to my brother.
What you start to notice is Abraham starts sharpening the spear and the bone saw, and he starts humming that tune he saw in his dream about all the Goliaths going to war.
Oh my god.
I'll be real with you. I always knew this day would come where I'd have to fight that bastard. I was hoping I'd be able to put it off for a little bit, but apparently it's here.
Okay.
I don't know. When did this woman start guarding my broski?
This woman?
Yeah.
Probably about 200 years
Okay,
ago.
So relatively recently. In terms of events.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, you don't understand. When we were young, let's say it wasn't a healthy upbringing. You don't end up like this because someone loves you.
Oh, you got daddy issues.
Absolutely, I do.
Ah, nice.
Of course he's got daddy issues. It's a rebellion.
I was just about to say, what's a dad?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Well, you're the only one of a living family. Rather amusingly.
I was about to say living, yes. Family is very loose. It sounds like for a little while.
But you said Broski went to Broski. You said my brother went to Pezza. You?
Yes.
Okay, well we need to head that way anyway, so this could be the perfect time to do some shenanigans.
Indeed. Would you like me to come with you, my lord, or?
You can come with us, yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I will be here, guys. It's just that the Hoover's going to be on trial. I might muted.
No worries.
That's alright.
Maybe we don't have to fuck off the volcano thing.
Indeed. I'm sorry to have caused you so much grievance, my lord.
This is not your fault, and also it's Orbron, not my lord.
I'm finding it really weird you're being called my lord. It's always like,
What's going on? I'm confused.
Yes,
It's
Lord
been looking
Aubryn.
good. Fucking
It literally
150
feels
odd
like
years.
Lord
Abraham-
Aubryn.
Yes,
It feels like
just
Abraham's back in
Orbron.
church at a prayer when he hears Lord.
oh god.
Yes, just all. No.
Oh god.
This is why I left the castle. It's just, they're so stiff, and my father's an asshole.
And he's an asshole.
That was the bigger one. That was the big one. Yeah,
You
I'm
will say.
very concerned. Very
You will say, with that kind of stiffness, there is a part of her where I imagine your father had it quite strictly, and I imagine it probably impacts onto everything else. There's a lot of very much rigid, like there's stiffness. Like if you look at her uniform, it's immaculate. You look at her hair, it's immaculate and such. I imagine there's
This is a
aspects
woman
of
who was a slave as well. Like,
yeah. So I imagine she looking at you guys, where even just asymmetrical scars is probably bothering her in a weird way.
yeah, I suppose I've never really explained to you guys how the Fae works. My father is the Archfey of Order, which means that him and all of his disciples in his land are very strict and very, well, in order, as it were. That's why he didn't like me very much.
Ah.
It's also why I am the way I am, because I know he didn't like it.
Ah.
It's all coming together.
It all makes sense now.
But she will look at you, Oberon. I will say, my lord, it's strange not to hear the ticking. of the land.
Well, you get used to it. You do hear the ticking now, then that scares me.
Nice.
Yes, it's gonna be odd moving to these lands.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
I gathered
All will be revealed.
we travelled through Polchania at
Oh,
one stage,
sorry.
and we met with one of the leaders, I think.
Oh, did you hear about how I'm the king of the Kingdom Shadow?
I was not planning to address that.
They needed a way to kill me, so they said I'm their leader.
Yes, we did hear about that.
And I may have caused some havoc. And I may have said something about a Fey army coming.
Oh no.
I'll be honest, your brother wasn't shocked.
He wouldn't be. Average Oberon day, you know?
Well, my lord, I will need to get some rest. And she does salute up to her chest, basically. I imagine. I don't know what her salute would be.
It's probably just like a hand on the chest, type jobby.
Yeah, probably. I'll leave you to your rest. I will be up in 8 hours exactly.
Okay.
She gives a bow and walks out of the room and goes to her own room.
Hand on brow, sigh. Gentlemen, things have gotten very bad. So you weren't with us when the whole family thing happened?
No.
My daughter has super good magics.
Oh.
And was possessed by... What was it? It was an evil god. Or something along the line. Maybe not possessed is the right word, but bad things happen.
Marked runes.
And it made her magic very strange and more powerful. And I didn't want her to go to him, but she wasn't safe here. So she went there to hang out with her other grandparents, and apparently they've been exiled and she's been taken. So he's probably turning her into some sort of weapon, which will be fun to deal with.
There's always just nodding. He's like,
Yeah, there's just
Okay.
total fucking verbal diarrhea coming out front.
he's just like,
Anything else? While you're at it.
Yeah, they're pretty well. I mean, you saw her fight. Imagine lots of them.
he just looks at her, or where she's gone. And he's just like,
That's it, Kazeth.
Yeah,
That,
fuck
yeah.
this shit.
I just couldn't remember if he was a god or a demon or something.
He was a god.
You know, and then we've also got the volcano thing. There's your thing. You need to get whatever for the spider, whether we did that or not. There's, you know, your parents, your mum.
yeah, mum.
I think we're gonna have to put burning the city down onto the bottom of the list.
A long list at this
Damn
stage,
it.
isn't it?
It is a long list.
This list is getting bigger and bigger.
Look, we should actually write this list down.
To-do list.
There's so much happening.
No.
Where
First
was it
things
the
first?
spider needed you to go?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
man.
city somewhere. I'm looking to my DM.
Well, it wasn't a city.
It was a lake.
It was not
Put
a
it in the
city.
lake.
It was a lake.
It was a lake.
2, it was a lake of Moor. Sorry, Moab.
Mob.
Is it this big like
Yep.
Is it a MOBA lake?
Yeah, there was 3 lanes in it.
Oh my god.
2 ancients at each end.
I'm not with
Is
you.
there a rare little guy that just used to shout, Dezo!
No.
Dezo.
We're in this city now, right?
We are in. Yeah.
That one. Okay. Well, I think
Sorry.
the plan's not actually changed much. We're gonna have to get transport. And then do a whole load of stuff. And hope we don't get attacked along the way. Anybody got anything else to add?
No.
We also need to
Not
find
really,
healers.
no.
That's another one on the list.
We do need to find a healer, yes.
But if we find the elves, they may have some healers. That might be a thing. We should probably ask her when she wakes up. Oberon's still like twitching.
He's
Is there-
finally reaching the end of his tether.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
Literally the one thing he didn't want to happen, he's just been told has happened.
This is the one thing he did not want to happen.
Shall we sleep?
Yes.
Ow!
Good idea.
Okay. As everyone gets to sleep, you have a long night rest. Nothing happens during the night. For once.
I imagine the 4 hours that he's not trancing, Oberon is just pacing.
Oh,
It's like
Stressed out of his fucking
He's-
mind.
Like, he's starting to lose hair.
Oh no!
starting to look like Zoys. He's transforming.
He's
It's
no
just
longer
perfect
Oberon.
elven
He's
skin that's not burned at all. He's going all boily.
oh god. You also look like
It's all
Zoids.
greasy.
This is how the first goblin became original.
It's all facts.
Reminds me of a clip from the fucking Doctor Who, where someone gets transformed into the Ood.
The Ood.
Perfect. Right, so everyone gets a long rest. You get all your resources back and all that bollocks.
Yep.
You can change up your spells if you need to change up your spells.
Oh yeah,
just done that.
yeah. That's a thing that that's also on the list. Oh Jesus Christ, this list is a big old
This
boy.
list is never
It's a
ending.
big old boy.
Never ending list.
A never-ending list.
There it is. Oh god.
Okay, so what is the first plan? We'll do this very quickly. We don't have that much longer. We've got 15 minutes, and I think we probably need to knock out a few things.
I'll quickly ask Sazes if there are healers among the exiles.
We are not sure, my lord. Most of the exiles were done as we were leaving, essentially. There might be. There were some centaurs who I know that had fairly decent healing between them.
He exiled fucking centaurs as. Oh my god! He's just losing his fucking mind.
Mm.
Yes.
Most fake creatures, though, it seems like a lot of it was just ensuring they're not. I mean, we're being exiled from the full Feywild itself, not just his realm.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack on that. Should we go do something else, guys?
Yeah, why
Anything
don't
else?
why don't we speak to the skeleton?
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you guys go see the ledger office?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
You are brought along, and you see that cleric. Oh, hey! Welcome back. Welcome back. You wanted an appointment, right? To see some of our skeletons, some ledgers.
Yes. It was the skeletons from one of the goblins 18 years ago.
Goblins, 18 years ago. Let me have a look. She like pulls out a thing. You do see that it's like marked, like year-wise and kind of the race essentially. All right. All right, we collected about. Oh wow. 40.
Jesus. How do you guys have
Surprising.
enough space for all this stuff? Anyway.
Any in particular?
I'll turn to Zois because this is going to be Zois's expertise here now.
He always cracks his knuckles and is like,
Let me get a look.
Okay.
Are you really going to be able to tell them apart by skeleton?
Zois looks at him and just goes,
I haven't got a clue, but let's try it.
She does pass you the book to look at the names of the skeletons she managed to collect, essentially.
oh, I may know them by name then.
One will stick out. The name of your mother.
Mummy Zois.
I imagine the rest of them you probably recognize a few, but as you know, you were quite young. I imagine a lot of them were kind of just like you thought of them as aunt and uncles.
Everyone's related. Oh my god, it's Alabama. I say that.
Some of them were physical aunts and uncles. Some of them were just more ceremonial aunts and uncles.
Ceremonial. I like that.
So, yeah. Any ideas you'd like to call out? You do see the head of your tribe as well as a person on there.
Both the head of my tribe and my mother.
Your mother, which one is that?
I didn't. So he's like, oh shit, that one. And I just point to her name.
Okay, perfect. I'll go get them out. She goes into the back rooms. She will say to oh, please take among yourself. We have some beautiful cucumber water in the lobby.
Uh-huh.
This place
You
is
see like what?
so
You see like one of.
so weird.
Abraham would like to have some delicious cucumber water.
We're at an office where they keep fucking documents and skeletons, apparently, and they're serving cucumber water. Which is also in a desert.
It's quite refreshing. As you see Abraham drinking.
Where the
Drinking
fuck did
glass.
they get the cucumbers from?
So after about 10 minutes, you hear a kind of wheeling of like wheels on the floor, and you see her coming out with those like coat racks that kind of just come up like it's just the individual ones.
Yeah.
She comes out with two of those with two skeletons kind of dangling. The first thing you notice is multiple of their bones are missing. Also, they've been like wired up, so they hang naturally as a skeleton.
Oh.
Sorry to about their states. It seems like some of the bones have been requisitioned for. And she pulls out like a ledger for both of them. For this one, pointing at your mother's skeleton, I think a cane for a handle.
I think it's probably good that you just stop talking now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's always
Sorry.
his like his eyes twitching. He's uncomfortable and angry.
Ah, yes. Well, my apologies. I'm happy to have started this reunion. I'll leave them to you, yeah? Just don't take them out, and if you do, we'll probably have to charge you for them, I imagine.
She doesn't even know. They don't have protocol for it.
Amazing.
Oh, I just want to make sure they still have a mouth, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I think some of the teeth have been taken out, but yes.
Okay, I'm going to turn to Zois and say, I can ask each one 5 questions. What would you like them to be?
Jesus.
I will say, for sake of just RP, if you do cast a spell, I'll allow anyone you designate to ask the questions as well.
Okay, well, okay.
I think that would just make it a bit more interesting.
Okay, that's fine then. Would you like me to go up to your mother first then, Zois?
Yeah.
I put like some incense down around the corpse, and then I light it. Like as I light it, I clip my fingers, and yeah, I cast Speak with Dead.
Zoi's is like, he just doesn't know what to ask, so he's just going to ask what happened.
I would say that the corpse would ask to be more specific, but you would hear your mother's voice say it.
Oh no, Zoi's going to start crying.
Oh,
Zoi's just breaks down.
I imagine. Have you guys? Did you do Speak with Dead in Baldur's Gate?
I've not got that.
You'd
far.
see it somewhat become animated. This corpse. I imagine kind of as it's like kind of lifting off the rack abusingly.
Yeah, Zoi's just breaks down in tears.
I would just go like say, I believe you're Zeus's mother. How did you pass?
I was stabbed in the neck after having a device put into my mouth.
A device put in your mouth.
That would be from the last gasp.
Oh.
Are there any other questions you'd like to ask Zeus? I know you're in tears right now, and this is hard for you.
I'm happy for you guys to take control of that. Because at this point, I'm just like, I don't know what to say.
What
You
question
have-
did they
I
ask?
just sort of look at Abraham like.
Do you know the person who centered this attack upon you? We know it was the Iron Claws which did the killing, but they were not the sender of them.
The one who saw us as a threat.
Who saw you as a threat?
The iron claws.
We were instrumental in the last holy war to the defense of the east side of the continent. Whomever saw us as a threat fighting against us.
How does this all rock around to fucking Polchania? For God's sake!
Yep.
Is there
I
anything?
believe you have 3 more questions?
I think we've got 2 more.
2 more, sorry.
Is there anything you'd like to say to your son while you still can?
Let me just have a think. I cannot learn any more information. I wish his soul rest in peace. And I hope he has a happy life in death.
I don't think that's quite how she meant it, but that's pretty apt right now.
Mhm.
So we've got one more.
Yeah.
question. I can't remember. Have you told us your? We all saw the vision, didn't we?
Yes.
Of his backstory. You were given a book by
Yes.
someone, weren't you?
Yes.
He found it on a corpse. He actually found it on the corpse of the elder.
was
The
our-
one you're looking, the one you're looking at.
It was our famous one, the Necromicon one.
The Necronomicon.
That's the one.
Do you still have it?
I believe I do. Let me check my inventory. I have my spell book, which is that book.
Yeah, I think it was like partially converted, wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
that was how we wrote it in, which was converted into being that from the spider did it.
That's it.
I mean, I feel like asking about that's probably better to ask the elder. So, is you sure there's nothing you wish to ask?
I don't think so.
You could ask her how to cook your acid reflux.
I would love that. It is so painful.
I can imagine, bud.
Her drinking bleach helps. /S. No one drink bleach.
No, I'm doing it. It's too
Nobody
late.
do it. It
I have
was a
some
joke.
right here.
Satire.
Satirical bleach drinking.
Okay. One final question. We can just say, you can just saying you don't want to ask a final question.
Can we save it for another time?
No.
Fuck.
No.
You can't cast a spell in another 10 days as well on this corpse.
I'm just gonna ask, does she know if anyone survived?
Two I sent away. I think they lived.
Oh. We've got a lead.
You see the corpse unanimate and fall back into the rack.
Oh dear.
Okay. Are we speaking to the other guy as well?
Can do.
So
Are you
should we
guys good to go for a couple of minutes over? Because we literally just
I
hit
will have
one.
to go.
How's about we let Zoe think of some questions for next time?
Yes.
Woohoo!
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
Bye.
Bye all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hang on.
Oh.
Hang on. Chill.
Hi.
Chill.
No,
Next
bye
one's on
everyone.
the 25th.
Bye.
Now bye.
Bye.
Bye.